Nearly time now. I should just need to get a look at the chat here, get everything set up. Right, who have we got? Let me see real quick. Boop. Are we on? We're on. We've got excellent connection. We've got Scunjuso. Hello. And welcome to the stream, my friend. Hey, B-Dog. What's up? Can everybody hear me okay? These are the questions I've always got to ask. Hoi, Robin Ja Robin. Yep. I'm heard. Yes. Salutations. Yay. All right. How's everybody been since last we streamed? I haven't streamed here on YouTube since the Game Awards. I streamed on Twitch a little bit yesterday. Fair amount of people showed up, but you know. I get that it's easier with YouTube, I guess, right? You know, the familiar. But Twitch is it's better for streaming. And I'm pretty close to affiliating too. I've only got to stream like 20 more minutes in one more day, and I'll be able to get I'll be able to affiliate with Twitch. Don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure it means like, you know, getting AdSense and all that, which would be nice because I hear that they treat their creators a lot better than YouTube, but there's nothing wrong with streaming on YouTube for my wonderful audience that I love. Nothing wrong with that at all. You have been adequate, Scunjuso? Good to hear. It's better than bad, right? It's filled with a solid color. Good. Let's get that welcome to the stream. Hello, Ranger Danger. That's a really good username. I like that. Have we got any requests for what I should warm up with? You guys know me, or if you don't know me, I'm not the best artist. I just sort of draw whatever comes into my sick, twisted little head. If you have specific requests, though, I'm pretty sure I could make something that at least looks funny. You know? May not look good, but it'll at least look funny, right? It's one of the easiest forms of comedy. Rule number 3. Draw frogs shrugging. They'll be rolling in the aisles. A lot of people are weirdly hesitant to follow YouTubers over to Twitch, and I have no idea why. Yeah, I really don't either. It's, you know, it's like YouTube. All you have to do is, maybe it's because you have to create a new account, but that's just email and a password. That's nothing. YouTube requires the same thing, doesn't it? Either way. Draw the concept of time, draw Squidward. Who is this little fellow? This little fellow is Groby. Groby is mad. He looks more disappointed than anything. Let's draw Squidward, as per Joe's request. Hey, nice profile picture, Joe. I can see why you want me to draw Squidward. Alright, Squidward it is. Let's get that brush in there. Well, when we're drawing Squidward, we want to start with the nose, right? He's got those rectangular pupils, doesn't he? Pretty sure he does. Let's give him sunken eyelids. This isn't even close to sunken eyelids. I don't know. Dang, he's welling up with tears, it looks like now. Football head. He's like, hey Arnold, meet Squidward. Let's give him big tentacles. Not that thick. Gracious. He's not a bodybuilder. He's saying, well, this one's on the house. Gonna slap you. He says, I like your cut, G. There's little eggs. Draw the fourth dimension. Draw the concept of time. Ranger Danger and Robin Ja Robin. You know what? There's no way I can mess up with that, so might as well give it a shot. Okay. What are we drawing? The concept of time in the fourth dimension? Well, when I think of the third dimension, I think of these cubes you draw in geometry class, right? So I guess the fourth dimension would be... yeah. There we go. Fourth dimension. Perfect. Nice drip, SpongeBob. That sounded more like Squilliam. Nice drip, Squiddy. You can't have drip, Squidward. What else? The concept of time. We got a clock. The clock has Sonic shoes. Because, you know. Got little Sonic hands. In fact, it's just Sonic if he were a clock. That's the concept of time right there. Gracious, that's horrible. I don't like the eyes. Get rid of the eyes. There. When I think of the fourth dimension, I see the faces of the dead and the scream that I must turn back. Well, that's one artist's interpretation. I'm just kidding. Na 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 na. What else we got? Draw Captain Falcon dabbing over Min Min's KO'd body. Gracious. I'll see what I can do, Big Suck. Pleasure to have you here, by the way. Let's see. Okay, well, first off, let's draw. There's Min Min's signature beanie. Her hair. Her noodle hair. Flubberknuckle. Okay, her spaghetti arms. Now, she wasn't even wearing her arms. Like, she's just got her regular hands. That's why she was defeated so easily. Na 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 na. And da 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 da. Now let's draw the captain. Gosh, how do you draw somebody dabbing? Not like that, that's for sure. Okay, let's start with the head. Something I know I can do. Not well, but can do nonetheless. Let's give him a big mandible. His signature logo. Let's see. One arm's going this way, the other one's going that way. And you know, he really won in the end because he had his snake powers on his side. I think that's really what gave him the match, was that little detail. Falcon Snake! His signature catchphrase. Find an image of a penguin and scale it down, then scale it back up. Min Min would lose a fight to Captain Falcon, even with her gloves. Nuh-uh. She's even stronger than Captain Falcon because she has Super Saiyan level 69. Have I ever talked about that before? How much I loathe the whole, like, death battle thing? Like, objectively, this character would just win because they have a more palpable power scale. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how fiction works. That's not how writing works. Everybody who thinks that looks like this guy. He's like, actually, you see... well, Jesus would be Mewtwo, because Mewtwo isn't real. I mean, it's true. And that's the thing that, like, especially pisses me off about that is, like, neither Goku nor Superman would ever beat anyone, let alone each other, to death. Like, you know, you're never gonna know the results of that fight because it would be contrived to get them to that place anyway. Chad, draw a Zora, whatever one you want. They all look funny. They do all look funny. That you know. Yep, Mario killed the sun. Precisely. What was I drawing? A Zora. Alright. So they got the heads like that. Got eyeballs over here. This kind of chest. Hips. Like, I need to give myself more room when I draw. I always end up making their heads too big and then their bodies too small. Let's put the head all the way up here this time. There we go. Yeah, this is looking good so far. Let's... Ooh. Ooh. When I got the clams. Little Mermaid bras. And a little tail. There we go. That's a Zora. Isn't it? Give her... No, Palamation. I can't give her real badonkers, for she herself is but a drawing. No amount of badonkers I could ever draw will be real. And once every artist of that ilk realizes that, they'll all stop doing it. They'll realize it's futile because they can never draw real badonkers. Heavy sigh. If only I could draw real hungagonga bagugaloos. Lame joke. No, it was a good joke. It's fine. or is it my joke is lame? 2 out of 10. It's because both is probably true. 3D print the badonkers? Well, you got me there. Let's see. Anything else? Mario hates Sonic. Well, Mario might be super, but I'm super duper. With a big twoper. I'm gonna draw Marnio. Mem. Yeah, put his eyes all the way back there. There, that's Mario. This better look perfect. Well, is this not perfect? Oh, I forgot his eyebrows. Hang on. There we go. Does this meet your standards, pal? I got a mug of the toilet. I got a mug of the toilet. Like a toilet. You should get Paint 3D. It's like MS Paint, but 3D. I have it. I haven't tried it because I'm scared. That's a Blobfish Mario. It's Blobfish. What do they look like? Did you know that Blobfish, like, they only look like that because they're, like, deep sea fish? So, like, you know, that's all that pressure that they're used to. Like, they just implode. Like, that's all their squishy innards, pink, fleshy innards coming out. And that, like, in reality, they're just pretty normal-looking fish. that just live miles upon miles, leagues under the sea even. Trapezario. Who's my favorite YouTuber? Robin Ja Robin? I've got a few that I watch regularly, and a lot. I think that, gosh, that really is a tough question. I really like Scott the Woz, just for one, because he's like clearly passionate. He has a passion for entertaining people, a passion for comedy, and a passion for Nintendo, that are all like really super up there. So you can tell that he like really cares about whatever it is he's doing. Like, you know, he has a certain thing that he wants his channel to be, and he doesn't like chase trends or anything. He just got popular doing what he loves, and I couldn't be happier for him. He really is kind of like a new generation JonTron. He's great. Or AVGN even is more comparable because he's got, you know, the whole nerd motif and massive game collection going on. Gosh, how do I draw Skirt de Rouge? He's got glasses. That much is for sure. And he doesn't really have much of a snoz, despite being a Woz. There's a little chin. He's a little man, but he's a funny man. He also has bat wings. I don't know if you knew this. Hey all, Scott here, and let me tell you, getting your blood sucked by a vampire isn't worth it. I give it 2 stars on Yelp. It's hard to effectively parody Scott the Woz on the fly because his stuff is like, it's scripted, obviously. It's like super nuanced. I enjoy his comedic stylings. Can you draw a bike and real hands? I really like JonTron's new stuff. It's good, Scunju, so I prefer his old stuff. But that's only because, again, the charm factor. Like, you know, he's doing it out of his mom's house. You can tell he just really wanted to do something like that. And, you know, and it's magnetic. He's got a magnetic charm. Let's see. I thought he was Count Chocula. What am I doing? This is the Thinking Man's channel. I just said it. Dude. Who was I gonna draw? It was on the tip of my tongue. Got lost in the chat somehow. Was I drawing Robotnik? Square-Luigi? I'll draw Square-Luigi right quick. The ironic thing about Square-Luigi is that he's actually a hexagon. He didn't choose this way of life. He didn't name himself that. And he's not going to change it either, because he's proud of his name. He also creates tornadoes with his hands. This is silly. Remind me, chat, what was I saying I was going to draw? Oh, for crying out loud. Wait, there we go. Gucci Mane. I don't even know what Gucci Mane looks like. Draw me getting my life together. What do we do? How? Okay, let's see. You got hair like this. You've got a moon-shaped head. I remember that specifically. You're always wearing eyebrow piercings, if I recall correctly. You've got little black eyes, a nose kind of like a check mark. This is you after you've gotten your life together, by the way. Well, so you got spider legs, which will really help you know, with your new life now that you're getting married and got a house and all that. Mustn't forget your pacifier, because life is stressful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah! That's right. Are you sad about the state of Paper Mario? It's actually a country. Ba-da-ba-ba! Way to go, Turban Man. That's the stuff. That's the ticket. I am not a fan of current Paper Mario, I must say. Because it's weird. You'd think that with Odyssey trying new things, Super Mario Odyssey, introducing new races and characters and concepts to the mainline Mushroom Kingdom, you'd think that just by borrowing those pre-existing characters, Mario would, get a new sort of creative life that way in the spin-offs, but nope. It's quite the ordeal. Not happy about it, but it's what it is. I did not buy nor play Origami King. People say it's fine, I believe him. I watched Palimation's playthrough, actually. That's, I think that's actually how I found out about his channel. I was like, I want to see what this game is like, but I don't want to, like, buy it, and his playthrough with his fiancée, Sam, was really good. I enjoyed it. If you're looking for a playthrough of Paper Mario the Origami King, I would recommend Palimations. But that's the thing. People are saying, like, even in Arlo's big, like, long hour-plus review of Origami King, he said that, like, the characterization was really good. You know, and that Olivia is actually, like, she could be a beloved character. But, like, no, she isn't. You know, I hate to say it, Olivia fans. You can replace every instance where she says, my brother, with the bad guy, and they'd carry the same kind of connotations. There is, like, next to no characterization at all in Origami King. And Bowser is, like, Bowser humor is great, but it was great because he was, like, you got the sense that he was, like, his decisions were motivated. Taking over the kingdom, kidnapping the princess, his feelings toward Mario. Him actually, like, deliberating on that was funny. But now it's just like, oh, are we going go-karting later? Oh, my gosh. Like, it's funny, but it's just like Bowser's become a meme machine. I feel like a lot of, like, Wii U and onward era Nintendo translation stuff has just been memes, and it's not going to hold up all that well. If you want good Bowser stuff, play Inside Story. Yeah, absolutely. Inside Story is great. Origami King was okay. I would have liked it a lot more if I didn't have Thousand Year Door to compare it to. Yeah, it's... If you pretend like the other Paper Mario games don't exist, then, like, the story is, I guess, laudable, like a step up from just mainline Mario Story, because mainline Mario Story is nothing. But, like, on its own merits, like no other Paper Mario games exist, you'd say, like, this battle system makes no sense. I can just skip everything, why is it turn-based, blah, 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 like in Arlo's review, I don't feel that strongly about it that I'm gonna make, like, a video about it anytime soon, unless, like, it becomes topical again. But yeah. I've got some very particular feelings about Paper Mario, and Mario in general, that some people share, but, like, it doesn't seem like as particularly as I do, for some reason. I don't even know what I'm drawing, I'm just trying to keep the screen entertaining while I rant and rave. A request. The combat system was just way too tedious and drawn out for little to no reward. Yeah, precisely, Palamation. Who's your favorite Oni Plays friend? That's like asking me to pick between my children. I think they all have merit. I think they're all pretty funny. You know what? I'd probably say Chris because it's his channel, and he's also in the same way that, like, I like Scott the Woz. Chris O'Neill was just like, he did animations for Newgrounds because he wanted to. It's just a hobby thing. They were having fun, entertaining people, making friends. And then, like, he legitimately gets inspired. He's got all these creative ideas. And now he's making Bulbo, and, he was working on Hellbenders. Rest in peace, Hellbenders. there's all sorts of like good stuff that he produces, and I get I get the sense that he's a really genuine, creative person, and I enjoy that about him, and I enjoy that about when he plays. Yeah. I'm drawing everybody with these weird puddle eggs. I don't know why. What do I think of Bowser's Inside Story? Oh, I did. There you go. Draw Grape Ape? Okay, I can draw a Grape Ape. I'm gonna switch to purple, especially for Grape Ape. There we go. Looking good, Grape Ape. He's got a big bunch of grapes with him right now, actually. I am terrible at drawing hands, if you couldn't tell. Terrible at drawing just in general, if you couldn't tell. But, that's how it is. Oof, those are some real badonkadonks. Let's tone those down a bit. Give him pectorals. And he's a ghost. Ooh. Painting my house right now, so I won't type for a bit, but I'll be listening. Always listening. Good to know, Palamation. Makes it easier on me. Now I don't have to invest in that wiretap for you. Who here has heard the song Toasty Buns? I think it's a bop. I have not. Chimps R Us was great. Chimps R Us. I'm not familiar. Was that like a TV show or a series or something? Was that a store that got closed down because of Walmart and Amazon? How many languages do you speak? Only the one. I took Spanish in high school, like you have to, and I got good grades, but I remember my verb conjugations. No, not verb. I remember my conjugations. I remember like roots. Okay, I don't remember all that much. ¿Dónde está los baños? Los baños está allí. It's a new Oni. Oh yeah, Jim. The one like where Zach was like yes, 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 in like a perfect chimp impression. I remember that actually. I think Lyle is underrated. I do too. I think he was the only reason I was subscribed to Destructoid for a while. His what was it? Pre-game discharge. Yeah, I liked that show. It was informative, but I was mostly there just to hear Lyle's like psychotic ravings in the beginning and ends of each episodes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't even know what that is. Draw monkey. This is monkey. It's whatever you want it to be, man. Marianki. Let's just give him a little body. Little tail. Monkey feet. There. That's a monkey. If I've ever seen one. Look, he's even in the forest. You can tell by all the trees in the background. That's what those are, by the way. They're not stink lines. Stop saying they're stink lines. It's not real. It's not real. Ugh. Uh-oh, we've run out of ARMS music. That means we have to switch to Castlevania. Yes, I am using Smash Brothers. for my music in the background. What of it? Marionki. That's right. As per Chunky Wolf's suggestion. Let's give him... There we are. Yeah, this'll do. Woohoo! Marionki to the rescue. Came back to tell everyone if you missed the old school Paper Mario, play Bug Fables. Yes! Yes, Palmation. It's like a spiritual successor to Thousand Year Door, and it's really good. It is really good. I got it on launch day. Along with, when it launched on the Switch anyway. And I got it alongside Synaptic Drive. Which was like, you know, I was like, oh yeah, the GameCube's coming back. Spiritual successors to Thousand Year Door and Custom Robo. Bug Fables blew me away. Synaptic Drive disappointed me. I reviewed it on my channel if you're interested. How do I donate? That's very kind of you, Ethan Marshall, but I don't have a donation button at this moment in time. I'm still trying to work out how I'm going to do that. Your viewership and liking this video and subscribing are good enough for now. If you want to like give me a $1 a month, you could support me on Patreon. I've got options for $1, $5, or $10 a month. That'd be nice. But again, like, whatever you can do. Very generous of you. I'm very close to being an affiliate with Twitch. So when that happens, just watching there will also be. And I'm pretty sure they have built-in ways to link to PayPals and stuff. So, that'll be good too. And at that point, I'll probably stream on Twitch a lot more often just in general. And less so on YouTube. How would you kill Mario? I would use this frickin' banana to cut off his head. That's a Disney musical. The Banana That Killed Mario. Written by Howard Ashman and Alan Menken. Have y'all ever played Mario vs. Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem? See, I cannot remember for the absolute life of me what any of the individual mini Mario vs. Donkey Kong games are called. Like, I know there's Minis on the Move, Star Tippers, I guess Mini Land Mayhem, and they're all like, which is which? I literally don't know. They all sort of blend in my head. I'm drawing a lot of Marios, I've noticed. He's just so drawable, I suppose. I don't even know. Absolutely, all I draw as a lad was Mario. Hey, Cody Wilson. If there was ever an ARMS 2, what kind of new character would you like to see? I have got so many ideas in my brain. I was actually, back when I first started my channel, like before I even had like 100 subscribers, I was gonna make a video where I just sort of designed ARMS characters and like, talk about that. I guess I could do a little of that here. Draw your favorite Ganon from any of the games. This here is my favorite Ganon. We'll get to the ARMS stuff in a bit, but my favorite Ganon looks like this, baby. My favorite Ganon is a big pig man wielding a trident. That's hashtag my Ganon. But I digress. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that ARMS idea real quick. Funny piggy. If you have any idea for a character design for ARMS, I would 100% draw it for you. You are too kind, Palmation. I don't... Like, it'd be a fun project, but probably something more so to work on in the background. Because I get it, ARMS is a very niche franchise. My videos that I've made about ARMS are like my lowest performing videos ever. I'm going to make a big, long, you know, kind of like how Arlo reviewed Breath of the Wild. I'm going to do that for ARMS someday. But, like, I'm just sort of working on it in the background because I know that, you know, my viewership would probably prefer to watch literally anything else. So, you know, there's that. Why did I draw a Donkey Kong hand? ARMS characters. Now, there was actually a data mine for the original ARMS that had, like, code names for every character. And there were some that never made it into the final game. Like, there was Sumo, and Surprise, and, like, Two-Tail. Plant. I remember Plant was one that everybody was speculating about. All sorts of... Oh, and, yeah. All sorts of names like that. And there's endless possibilities. Not endless, but, like, pretty much endless. It's a super niche series I love. There was a super niche series I loved called Boktai that I really want to do a video on, but like 3 people would know what it is. I'd be interested in watching it, Palamation. Boktai. I don't think I've heard of that before. Sounds interesting, though. I'll probably look into it. I love obscure video games. Thank you, Zelda Donkey 1, for enjoying my ARM stuff. Draw Donkey Kong dabbing, please. Okay, Benny. Donkey Kong dabbing. There's this tie flowing in the wind. DK! There we go. He's going, ooh! He's got his ears. Yes, thank you. Love your work, by the way. Thanks, Benny. Super appreciate you. Being over here. You fight vampires and stuff. Are you explaining Castlevania to somebody? How about drawing McBat having a nice tea with Kiwi? Aw, that'd be fun. For those of you who don't know, McBat 64 and Kiwi 64 are indie games, super cheap on Switch and Steam, that are sort of like in the vein of old Rareware games. They're really nice. Let's see. There's Kiwi. And let's see. Oh gosh, how am I going to draw McBat? They're such simple shapes, but I forget all at once like how they look. He's got his little teeth. His little body. Little feet. Little wing. Do-do-do. There's a cup of tea. Oh, he's got a monocle, too. Shoot. There we go. There's McBat. I forget what his, like, outfit looked like. I know he has one. There. That'll do. There. I think I've captured the essence. And let's give him a top hat for fun. Why not? I've not seen Falcon Detsetsu. Is it good? Oh, the anime? The F-Zero anime? I watched it in high school. I really enjoyed it. It's very high octane action kind of stuff. It's also weirdly adult. Like the story is about it's about this guy named Ryu. Like he wasn't in any of the games, but they put him in one for the GBA after it aired. There's this guy from the past, and he goes to the future, where there are, like, cars and stuff going zip, zop, zoom. And he was apparently, like, a race car driver or something, if I remember correctly. And the people are like, hey, man, you should, like, join the race. And there's also, like, he frequents a diner, and the owner is, like, a super, like, nice, chill dude with words of wisdom, and he's secretly Captain Falcon. And Zoda is like a war criminal. Like, for some reason, Zoda is the main bad guy of the whole thing, and he's, like, super crazy. And the art is incredible. It looks exactly like this. Whoa! Just kidding, it doesn't. But, yeah, it gets a high recommendation from me. And I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube or other related websites too, so, you know, go for it. The vampires was referring to Boktai. I explained it in an earlier message. Oh, I see. Okay, I like fighting vampires. That sounds good. Draw Kirby after he absorbs Trump. No. That's not Trump hair. Ooh. Just kidding. It was dog's feet, and who has them? Kirby. Obviously. Drooling Kirby. Hey, I wanted to stop by and say your video on animation and what constitutes something being animated was really persuasive. If a talking sock did more video essays, I'd watch all of them. Thank you so much, Poo Poo Banana Head. Only on the internet can you say sentences like that, but for real, thank you. I myself, like somebody asked me earlier, Robin Jarabin asked what YouTubers I like. I like Scott the Waz's energy, but I also listen to a lot of like video essay or review type videos. I love long videos that attempt to like deconstruct or analyze or like commentate on things. Like I like King K, I like Matthew Matosis, I like Red Letter Media, I like all sorts of stuff like that. Oh gosh, Kirby with big feet. Oh yes, Mamma Mia. Thank you, Cody Wilson. Hey, stop being horny. Remember that? Remember that meme? That released like yesterday? Really a killer video, dude. Thank you again, Poo Poo Banana Head. I think Zoda is a much better design than Deathborn anyway. I would actually agree with you. I think Deathborn is okay. Like, I think, like, in terms of a villain design, he's great. I'm gonna draw Zoda as a Pikmin, because that's what his head reminds me of. Give him his signature pants, his muscles. And he's got the split color. Actually, let's see. I hardly ever, like, draw complete lines, so yep. Saw that one coming. But yeah. I like the character designs in F-Zero a whole lot. It's one of the main reasons why I love the series so much. Like, I'm not the biggest racing game fan. I really only like I like games based on their artistic merits a lot more than gameplay. But when they can marry the two, I love them a lot. He reminds me of Majin Buu. He is very similar to Majin Buu with his, like, antenna and his pink and purple thing going on. Do you know the YouTuber Lord Bung? I don't think so. I've probably heard that before. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna draw? Oh yeah, we were talking about arm stuff. Can you draw a woman? There's a woman. I did it. I did it. There's a woman. Look, there's a woman you can see because of the big red circle and the red arrow. I should make this the thumbnail. I should make this the thumbnail for this video. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to crack myself up. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-booba. Ba-ba-ba-booba. Yes, Caber Smith. Yes. I remember one idea I had for an ARMS character that I thought would be really good would be like a skeleton pirate. Just because skeleton pirate in general is a really good idea. I don't know why more people don't do it. I'm actually going to try a little bit with this one just to like give you an idea of what I mean. But like if he's got a skull and sunken in eyes, but he's still got the swirl because he's an ARMS character. All ARMS characters who are born with the ARMS ability have swirls in their pupils, by the way. Mechanica doesn't because she doesn't have the ARMS ability. She just made a robot suit. But yeah, he's got the eyes like that. And we've got Vingicle. ventricle-esque seaweed propping up his head. You know, that way his jaw can move up and down. Let's see. He's wearing a torn, piratey overcoat, where you can see the ribs coming out, which is also being held together by seaweed. His arms would be made of seaweed. Oh, for crying out loud. Never. Arms would be made of seaweed. And, let's see, give him pants. He might even have a peg leg, because, you know, pirate, fun. And he'd have a leg down there, believe me, he would. You can't see it, but it's there. And yeah, and he might also be wearing like a bandana, because pirate. I think something like that could be a lot of fun. Again, and also with pirate motif, you could also make him like an octopus man, or you could give him like, you know, a big chain, like ropes, like, you know, with sails, or like a chain with an anchor. There are all sorts of magnificent motifs you could go with for pretty much any ARMS character. Return the slab. Dagger hands. Yeah, totally. Or like, you know, a cannonball arm that shoots a cannonball out of it, like sort of like Lockjaw or Lockhead. No, what's it called? The main villain of ARMS. What is he called? He's called Headlock. That's it. And there's an arm based on him that shoots things that Dr. Coyle came with, and I think it's called Lockjaw. And, gosh, I cannot draw Headlock because he's so intricate. He's essentially just like, you know, a big, scary robot skeleton head at the end of the day that latches onto people and has 4 arms coming out of him. There, that's it. That's a very minimalist. If I were to draw like a storyboard for an idea with Headlock, that's probably how I would draw him. Wow, the game's biggest fan can't even think of the main antagonist's name. The main antagonist is Dr. Coyle. You know, and that's the black pill. That's the black pill, Jim. If you look into the lore, you know, who made Headlock? Who made Springtron? Who organizes the party crash? Who unleashed Headlock before he was finished onto the Grand Prix? Who's out for revenge against Max Brass, the commissioner of the sport? It's Dr. Coyle, man. If you Google ARMS, it's Cancer Research and Anatomy. What is ARMS? ARMS is a Nintendo game. They made it for the Nintendo Switch. It's an arena fighter where the characters have stretchy arms. Have you played Friday Night Funkin'? I've been meaning to. I've seen a lot about it. I think it's neat. I like the little characters. Let's see if I can remember how to draw them, just offhand. I remember there's the little boy with the cap. Actually, is it a backwards cap? I forget. It probably is. There's a little boy with big hands, even bigger shoes. And there's stereo. It's like DDR, but with beats, right? Pico is in it. I know that. And there's the little girl. His girlfriend, I think. Is up there bobbing her head. Like that? Yeah. That's it. Friday Night Funkin'. And they're fighting Pico. There we go. Gonna get freaky on a Friday night. Yeah, what was I talking about? She never looked more breathtaking. Game theory is a talking sock, a talking hand. This is what my X-ray looks like. Yeah. There we go. Draw game theory doing a game theory on you. I'm assuming you didn't mean the Pico I'm thinking of. No, I mean Pico School Pico. Like OG Newgrounds Pico is in that game for some reason. Probably because they probably because it released on Newgrounds. I don't know. And Palo's Spooky Pals are in it. No kidding. The it is the Spooky Month characters. Little characters like this. These are such simple characters, and I'm having a hard time drawing them. Yeah, those characters. Get them out of here. They look horrible. Draw Minecraft Steve. That is truly demonic. Game Theorion. Is a talking sock actually God? No. What's a game theory thumbnail look like? Got the... Let's get an arrow in there. That's me, if you couldn't tell. My famous... whatever that is, shape. Ooh, I'm really not feeling that one, sorry. Sorry, game theory fans. Thanks for watching. MS Paint would be the most powerful software in the universe if it had layers. Right? Right? Like, so many people could make, like, you know, good, like, animation if it had that kind of technology. But, you know, but it doesn't, so whatever. Is the talking sock a FNAF character? Game theory. Is the talking sock Mario? Anyone here heard of or played Drill Dozer on the GBA? Yes, Yoshi Munchakoopa. I never played it, but I have heard of it, obviously, because she was in Brawl. Is she in the other Smash Brothers games as an assist trophy still? Jill Dozer? She doesn't look like this. It looks like a fun game. It's a platformer, right? She drills things with her dozer. Is talking sock heavy weapons guy? How does he sound? Sandwich! I don't know. I am not heavy weapons guy. I have a copy. I haven't played it, a lot of it, though. She stayed in Brawl. Rip. Along with Raymark 3. My boy. My boy. It's from Game Freak. Well, that explains it. This is a triangle. Remember the triangle. The TF2 shorts are some of my favorite animated things, period. They're really fun. I could never get into TF2. My friends played it a lot, but I was no good at it. But I really enjoy the characters, and the comics are a lot of fun too. The fry angles go with the fry angles.
You've got it all wrong, Chucky. The triangles go with the circles.
Draw your reaction if the ARMS graphic novel gets cancelled. I'll probably do this. I'd grow eyelids specifically so that I could make this expression. Yeah. I'd be sad. Because, like, how often do any Nintendo anythings get comics? I know that there are mangas for each of the mainline Zelda games. I know that there were Nintendo Power comics for Mario and Wario and Captain Falcon. I know that Splatoon got a manga. I know that Pokemon has everything ever. But, like, you know, I want a graphic... And what's more, okay, it wasn't just going to be any graphic novel. It was going to be written by Ian Flynn, who did work on Sonic and Mega Man and Street Fighter and all those other really cool video game adaptations of comics for Archie and Dark Horse. And Dark Horse was going to publish it, and he apparently said in an interview on, like, Free Comic Book Day 2018 or whenever, that Nintendo gave him a lot of liberties. They gave him, like, a Bible of, like, what ARMS is, what he's allowed to use, but also, like, gave him a lot of creative freedom with the characters. And I was so ready to see what he was going to do, but it just, you know, we haven't heard anything of it yet, and I'm kind of afraid that maybe it got canceled. You know, the last update was last February, almost a year ago now. They said that it was in production, but COVID, like, halted things on it. So I hope that they were able to get their act together and can release it sometime, hopefully soon. Yeah, being a Nintendo manga artist would be a dream job, no kidding. If you're, like, good at art, yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd prefer to be a writer. I feel like that's my area of expertise. Pencil. Gross. What happened to my paintbrush? There we go. Can you draw Homer J. Simpson? Do 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 donut. Ooh, a donut for me, Homer J. I am very pleased to finally be a donut. Can you draw the boy? Everyone's like, draw the boy. Draw Homer in Kingdom Hearts. He's a summon. That'd be okay. Here's Kingdom Barts. Bing bong biding gong gong bidonga. Don't have a cow. Come on, man. Don't have a cow. That's not cool. Don't have a cow. Oh my gosh, it's happening. I'm having a cow. Oh gosh, oh no. That's my udder. Oh gosh, I'm having a cow. Bart has cloud hair. He has Zora hair. It was my attempt at Zora hair. If your Final Fantasy character's hair isn't looking right, just add more spikes like this. Ay caramba. Oh Dios mío. There we go. Now he's that one kid from Splatoon. The little punk who's always loitering. I'm going to... Can you draw you trying to eat a whole orange? Yes. There we go. That ought to do it, right? That's probably what I'd look like if I tried to eat a whole orange. Up! Don't! Well, that was fun. Late talking and drawing sock. I guess that's me. If I could take anyone's person job away, it would be Tetsuya Nomura. I swear he ruins everything he touches. I mean... yeah, I don't really get what his MO is with anything. All I know for sure is that people aren't happy with the direction he takes any of his beloved... any of the franchises he's been entrusted with. Drawing Kara running at the camera. There we go. Oh, Lordy, coming. Trying to do a perspective thing with the hands there. He's got Sonic's running animation, though, with his feet. There we go. Yeah, that works. Whatever. Speed lines. Just Spy versus Spy. I never watched Spy versus Spy, but I believe the characters looked like this. And they would attempt to kill each other. Yeah, that's it. The Lightbringer is the key to lightspeed travel. Tetsuya's like 40 now, and he still dresses like an American middle school boy. And you've got the money for it. Can you draw your political views? It doesn't look like I've got very many. Only 0. They don't get a lot of views, my political views. Did you enjoy that visual gag? Well, now it's gone forever. It exists now only as a memory. The man is sharp. Draw a politic. I shan't. What if I get demonetized? Wordplay. Draw your version of Quickville. No, I don't want to get put on the list. When the what is he calling it? The emergence? Whenever Chris Chan's version of the Rapture happens, I don't want to be on his bad list. Dimensional Merge, thank you, that's what it is. John Smithanized? Cry laughing 100. In case you missed my earlier message, would you consider bringing the Socks musings to Rumble, Odyssey, or BitChute? Censorship abounds, and it's good to have options. I would consider such a thing. I suppose I should look into it sooner rather than later. I guess I just have to get acquainted with that atmosphere. I've backed up all my videos, so even if YouTube starts taking them down for whatever reason, I can't imagine why they would. But if for some reason they do, then I've still got them and I can re-upload them anywhere. Though I'd probably like redo the lip sync with a lot of my old ones, because I used to sync my audio while wearing Bluetooth headphones. So it turns out that all of my puppets' lips movements would be a second off from the audio when you're not wearing Bluetooth headphones, and that's an oopsie. That was an oopsie-doopsie on my part. And I think that like, my F-Zero video would be, like, perfectly timeless, I think, if it weren't for that, you know, issue. So, oopsie-ba-doopsie, ba-baby. So, maybe someday I'll go back and re-edit those. But right now I want to focus on new things, obviously. Want to keep moving forward. I'm like a shark. What was that completely non-controversial thing we talked about that got the stream pulled? I don't remember, but let's not bring it up in case it happens again. How long have we been streaming for right now? It does. I want to go to OBS. An hour and 5 minutes? Well, that's not so bad. Draw Chris and Tomar, question mark. Try Tomar using his mighty emeralds. Okay. I'll draw Tomar using his emeralds and Chris looking curiously at him. Tomar's mighty beard. His signature baseball cap. And his tiny body. His claw-like hands. And let's... Oh, you know what? Let's color the emeralds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's brown? 7. There's 8 Tomar emeralds, right? There they are. The Tomar emeralds. Do you also want a Oni Plays Only Girlfriend episode? Like a playthrough with just him and Veronica? I liked their Final Fantasy VII stream. That was fun. And the Lion King playthrough was fun. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Again, I don't my life doesn't harbinger. I don't even know if that's an appropriate use of that word. I just sort of listen to Oni Plays casually. But occasionally, they'll say things that are just so darn funny that I'll want to, put visuals to it. And, that's a rare thing, because I don't listen to a lot of shows like that. And, yeah, I don't know. Plus, it doesn't hurt that they get, people like you in the views section. Let's draw a little Christopher. Looking. Scratching his chin curiously. Speaking of, I am working on another Oni Plays animation. And no spoilers, but I'm collabing with somebody pretty big to bring it to fruition. And yeah, look forward to that soonish. It's mostly done. We've just got to edit it all together. So yeah, there's a little some. That is a promise. That will happen soon. Don't forget Jaxie. Jaxie is she's over here. Holding Tomar in all his power in the palm of her hand. Jaxie is a squid being, yes. Were we talking about something earlier? There's this weird pressure I feel when I'm live streaming to be I jumble through topics so often that I'm did I forget something? Did I? Kirby absorbing Tomar. All right, here's Tomar Kirby coming right up. Got an emerald. There. Tomar Kirby. She's like the adults in Tom and Jerry, yes. Draw Oogie Boogie invading. Alright, here he comes. He's got kind of a Muppet mouth going on.
Well, well, well. What have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared.
His eyes are rounder than that. He's like Venom.
You're joking. You're joking. I can't believe my eyes.
I sound like the what's his name? The pickle character from VeggieTales.
The bunny. Whoa, I love the bunny.
Y'all remember that? Anyone else watch VeggieTales? The character who looked like this? More or less. Not gonna lie, not a bad impression. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're all too kind. It's my boogly googly impression. Love the 2D animated Larry Boy specials. Oh! Palamation. Oh, Larry Boy. How does it go? He come to town. He come to save the Princess Zelda. That's not how it went. I remember that though. There was no plunger on his head. They were his ears. Oh, Larry Boy, we need you here. So won't you come and lend a super suction ear? Yeah, I remember those. We had them on DVD as a kid. Good times, good times. Yes, the Jesus vegetables. Not Larry. No, not Larry. Mr. Nezer. That's right. Because they introduced him in the episode where they were doing Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So he was like Nazarene, but like Mr. Nezer. Yeah, I remember that. Remember Angry Eye. Dance with me, Lampy! Yes. Yes. Awful Alvin. That was his name. I'm gonna draw that right now. Wow, chicka bow, chicka bow, bow, bow. There we go. Only the real OGs remember this. If you can get anyone with, how would you want to collab with them? Okay, Robin G. Robin. If I could collab with anyone, how would I want to do it, and who, presumably? That's a good question. Obviously, I've collabed with the incredible Palamation. So glad to be a real OG. You are. And we've done some discussions about Nintendo stuff. I'd love to do a lot of that. I'd love to collab with, like, Scott the Woz or AVGN or JonTron, just to sort of, like, pick their brain, you know, to be like, how do you do what you do? Like, you know, how did these things come to you? Just sort of like, you know, because it'd be an interesting... Oh, Arlo! No kidding, I'd love to collab with Arlo. He's also, like, you know, if you couldn't tell, a big inspiration. Because he got himself a puppet created by the incomparable Adam Krutinger. And he said to himself, I want to do the whole Nintendo YouTuber thing, but I'm going to set myself apart by being, like, you know, what is essentially a Muppet. And, you know, it really worked out for him in the end. And I, you know, happy for him. Happy that he, like, blew up in popularity after he made the Paper Mario video, too. I'd love to pull Aaron Hansen back into animating and make something with him. Would you, Palamation? That'd be swell. I was never big on Egoraptor. I liked his contemporaries a lot more, but he made some good stuff. He made some funny stuff. I'm not a real OG. I thought I was one of the boys. How could you do this to me? My life is a lie. I'm gonna go cry in a corner until you say I'm a real OG out of pity and guilt. Okay, Scunjuso. Scunjuso, you're Irish! How have you not watched VeggieTales? Ah, well, either way. I'm not gonna berate you for it. Maybe you just weren't raised in that household, or you lived in a mud hut with no television, so who's to say? But yes, Scunjuso, you're a real OG, except that you didn't watch the animated Larry Boy series. I had a friend tell me my animations remind him of early Egoraptor, and it's one of the best compliments I've ever gotten. I mean, he's not wrong. Your animations, they do give off that vibe. I enjoy that about your stuff. Who am I drawing right now? Of course, this shape. Give the shape an eyeball and whiskers, and it's a rat. Boom. The mud hut is true and the point stands. Finally, ask JonTron the real questions, eh? Not the questions you're probably thinking of. Everybody gives him, like, crap for, like, why'd you leave Game Grumps? Why'd you leave Game Grumps? It's like, looking at how Game Grumps is now, I don't blame him. You know? Like at some point, especially when you're, like, a creative like JonTron, seeing the direction he's taken, yeah, there's no, like, Game Grumps would just be stifling at that point. Game Grumps has become very, like, corporate and very sanitized. And it is responsible for getting Egoraptor out of animation. I'm just gonna say that forthwith. Sans? You know, I used to work with a party company. Only in the state of California. And, I went to a kid's birthday. I was a party mascot, and they specifically asked for Sans Undertale. So I was given a mask like that and everything to, like, entertain him at a birthday. It was surreal. And there was, like, a lot. It was, like, a big, like, 7-kid black family, too. It was very strange. They were all, like, grilling me and ribbing me and asking me to do dances. And I was like, okay, kid. Whatever you say, man. Can you draw a Hollow Knight, OC? Okay. This is, I think, what I would look like if I was in Hollow Knight. Horns. Yeah. Did you get a big cool fur coat? I just got a regular blue hoodie with fur trimming. Very good points, Mr. Sock. Based. I pity Dan. Dan Avidan knew exactly what he was getting into. Though at least he still has his music career. You know? He's got that going for him. Starbomb was just a mess from the start, may I say. They've got some well-animated music videos because they partnered with Yada. But, like, the songs themselves, oh my gosh. You know? Like, oh, let's rap about Donkey Kong. Okay. No matter how big my channel becomes, I never wanted to start becoming a company like Game Grumps and The Completionist have. I always prefer the more down-to-earth channels. Yeah. Because that's the thing. You can still, like look at Red Letter Media. Look at AVGN. How long have they been here? You know, how many views are they presumably getting? And yet they still, for the most part, make the exact same content just because it was that good. Or just because it was what they wanted to do. Like, that I think is what YouTubers should aspire to. And that's also interesting, like, won't it be a weird world we live in when AVGN is, like, 65? Like, will he ever retire? And if he does, like, you know, do you even have to retire? I guess it is work, obviously, but, like, if you want to just keep going, who's to stop you? You know, like, I really don't know. It's a weird world we live in. Maybe hire a video editor, and that's really all I'd want. Yeah, precisely. Yeah, and, like, you know, and you look at Arlo, he's got 500+K subscribers, and he has, you know, editors, but he still, for the most part, he writes his own scripts, he does his own voice, obviously, he films the puppet still, and you know, and he has his sponsorship blocks, but other than that, he seems, you know, he hasn't, like, compromised on his views or anything. Even when he was getting review copies from Nintendo, he never really, like, stopped saying exactly how he felt about games. Remember when they made a G as a joke? They literally became exactly that. I don't, but I'll take your word for it. I stopped watching Game Grumps, like, you know, I watched a couple of the ones post-JonTron here and there. Obviously, the famous Oni Plays crossover where they did Homer's Hit and Run, Simpson Hit and Run, was good. But yeah. Yeah, I never really, like, watched all that much Game Grumps. there's the boys. They made a corporate rebrand parody called Introducing G, and it hasn't aged well, as you might expect. Oh, there you go. Guess this character. Funny anthropomorphic canine with a knitted beanie who has a successful career in rapping. That would be my boy Parappa. I gotta believe! I love Parappa the Rapper, man. I'm not big on rap, but I really like Parappa's art style. Is that how his eyes looked? I'm pretty sure that's how his eyes looked. You know, I was like, yo, yo, diggity dog, dog. I watch their Power Hour still. Aaron's so gross with food, it can be hard to watch sometimes. You forgot to close the door! It's like, it doesn't... Are you a sock person, IRL? I am a puppet. What is a puppet? A puppet is a non-living material characterized and brought to life by a puppeteer. Do with that information as you will. I'm not like... Arlo does the cute thing where he's like, I'm a monster. I'm a Sesame Street character. This is how I really am. Blah, blah, blah. And that's fine and dandy, but like, he's a puppet. We all know he's a puppet. But that doesn't take away from how real he is. That's my stance on, puppeteering. It's like when Jim Henson would go on, the Johnny Carson show or whatever with Kermit on his arm. Kermit was totally hip to the fact that he's a puppet, but that didn't take away from, like, the fact that Johnny would, like, look him in the eye and talk to him as if he was real. And then he'd realize what he was doing and bust out laughing hysterically. That's the power of puppetry, my friends. That is the power of puppetry. We're all kind of meat and bone puppets, I mean, in a sense, poo-poo banana head, I guess. I gotta believe that'll con college kids out of their money. Is that what Parappa the Rapper says? I can't even watch Ross's stuff with Aaron and Susie anymore because after what happened between them and the other Newgrounds people, it just feels weird. Ross's other stuff is still good, though. I believe you. I never really, watched Rubber Ninja Ross. So I was like... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could get into it, but at this point, I feel like I'm too far behind. This is what Rubber Ross looks like, by the way. He's a little fly character. I'm excited to play Ross's Mario Maker 2 levels. Has he not released them yet? When did Mario Maker 2 come out? 2 years ago? I never liked Game Grumps besides JonTron. I liked their dynamic, but JonTron carried the show. Aaron had his moments, but it was mostly John. In my humble opinion. When he's with Alpha Rad, he's funny. Okay, I believe you. I used to watch Alpha Rad, but he sort of, I don't know. He also kind of took on this odd persona that, stopped resonating with me. I don't know what it was, but, whatever. The voice actor for Parappa the Rapper actually did con college kids. No kidding. The more you know, I guess. What am I gonna draw right now? I'm gonna draw... this character. Rubber Ross is a nice guy. I'm sure. Sure he is. I don't know him personally, but I'll take his word for it. All I know about him is that he was a t-shirt worthy zinger on Game Grumps. They would say damn it, Ross. And then somebody on Twitter made that joke, and Aaron Hansen was like, hey, don't joke about my friend Ross. Get off your high horse, you dumb a-hole. Can you draw me? Robin Jarobin? What do you look like? Do you look like this? If I recall your Instagram art correctly? Is that you? I don't think you saw my question asking if you plan on getting Monster Hunter Rise. I'll probably try the demo. Like, next week, maybe I'll stream on Twitch, like, a grab bag of demos. And if I like it, sure. But I never really got into Monster Hunter 3. There was a demo on the Wii U. It didn't really click with me. And I tried the demo for the other Monster Hunter game that came out on Switch semi-recently. Didn't really resonate with me. But, we'll see. We'll see. I heard you can ride dragons in the game, so, that's something. I have eyes. You do have eyes. It was about Ross, it was about storytime animations, and most of the people Palo made fun of had commented on the video giving their approval. Ah, well, there you go. I liked that video that Sir Palo did about storytime animators. He's, again, him, like, creatives like Sir Palo, I want to see what goes on in their brain. Like, how do they arrive at the visuals they do, the jokes that they do. Because they seem, like, very intentional, but also, like, abstract and bizarre. Love that stuff, man. Pardon me. Sir Palo dancing to the Mario RPG music is my favorite thing. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Look, it's Monster Hunter. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. If I had to choose a channel I'm most jealous of, it's definitely Terminal Montage. I wish I had that level of stupid humor in my brain. Oh my gosh, I love Terminal Montage. It's simple characters and, like, quick-paced humor. It goes a long way. Can you try putting jaw in Google Translate so you know what Dutch sounds like? Oh, is it ja? My apologies. Robin, ja, Robin? Mea culpa. Draw cloud stripe with socks for hair spikes. Okay. Let's see. Give him eyelashes. Oh, this was a really good suggestion. I like this. There. Is that more or less? Is that more or less what you were looking for? This was a good suggestion. Thank you. Sword's too high. Get that out of here. That's the thumbnail. I wish they stuck with the world method for Monster Hunter. I want to see more of those incredible designs in crispy HD. Draw Sephiroth as a sock? Okay, let's see. Sephiroth. Oh, wait. Hang on. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Yes. This is what you subscribed for. That was a genuinely good reveal. It was! I was not expecting it. And it was the only good thing to happen in the Game Awards. But yeah, that was a really hype reveal. What was really hype was that, like, who would have expected it, right? It's totally out of left field, and it's like a character that everybody would know. And, you know, like, you know exactly who it is when the music kicks in. And that's like, boom. Not a fan of Smash's remix of the Era theme. It sounds more upbeat, which puts me off since it's supposed to be a tragic-sounding song. Yeah, I would kind of agree. I don't like a lot of the remixes, surprisingly, of Final Fantasy VII. I think the one they did for the main theme is really good, but, like, a lot of them are just too heavy on the guitars, which, like, takes away from all of the gravitas right out of the gate. Like, it has no room to build, I feel like. But, you know, that's just me. This is what I'm subscribed for. Good job. Thank you, Zelda Donkey One. Could you draw Glorman as Erdrick? Okay, let's see. Yeah. How does his hair look? Like this? Messed up. Let's try that again. It's like 3 spikes, right? Pretty much that. Yeah, I don't know. I subscribed because Oni plays. I stayed because of your gaming opinions. Thank you, Robin ya Robin. Can you draw the next big thing? I think you're looking at the next big thing right here. That's shoot, I'm actually going to save this real quick. Let's call this Coolio. And that's saved. You guys probably got a peek at my recent downloads. Hope that didn't ruin any potential things for the future. I was gonna say draw Link with Sock Hat, but that's just the Minish Cap. So draw Ganon with it instead. Okay, let's see. Let's draw Ganon. Oh, I made Ganon look a little bit too much like Pigma. Yeah. This sucks. But at least he's wearing this. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh, pardon me. He is very cool. I like him. He is cool. Sephiroth. That's what it translates to. Out of Latin. Whew. How long we been streaming for? For an hour and a half now? I just fell into my toilet. Well, don't drown, Ranger Danger. Let's splash. On that note, I think we're about done today. I was thinking that maybe I'd pick up later today on Twitch, but I'm actually kind of feeling that maybe I want to get back to editing some of my other videos when we're done here. But next week, I think maybe we'll switch it up. Maybe I'll stream YouTube Friday, then Twitch on Saturday. Who knows? And whenever there's another Nintendo Direct, if ever there's another Nintendo Direct, I'll probably do my reaction, like, any live reaction stuff, I'll probably take to Twitch from now on. Yeah. No, please, I'm lonely. Sorry, Scunjuso. But it's been nice. It's been nice hanging with everybody. Make sure to sublio. And likey. My mud hut fell down and crushed the whole village. I need company. Alright, I'll see you the next time I see ya. You beautiful so-and-sos. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye. That was a little Haydox reference for